brother on stand number 6. So a little bit of a brotherly challenge down there. They've been doing it on and off all their lives in the shearing game. And here at Masterton 2020, it won't be any different. Great to see them here competing. Fox is going to be the first in there on stand number 4. He reckons, crikey, I've got the bit between my teeth. I know how to shear these sheep. I talked a little bit too quick. That one's wanted to just smash his handpiece to bits. And let's hope it hasn't damaged his comb anything. She's livened up this one. Here we go on stand number 2. They're stepping into the pen. Sheep number 2 now for our Australian lass, Nikki Gutler. Good strong arms on her and she'll be able to handle these sheep. But just looking at the wool there before, Kerry, it was at least 125 mil long on that last sheep in the last heat. And that's a good length for a sheep that was shorn in the springtime.
Oh, beautiful sheep, ladies and gentlemen. And they're a credit to the Wairarapa farmers, of course, ladies and gentlemen. It's not all about the people that support the shows. It's all about our farmers too. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, without our farmers supporting our Golden Shears, we would not even have an event. Between, what do we share, Tama, 3,000? Yeah, 3,000 give or take from around the district, and we thank our farmers from around the district very much, because without their support we don't have a show. And we're into the intermediate semi-final number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Just House Limited. It is down and into the long blow. Sheep number 2 on the board for our competitors. The 2 Barracliff boys down there on stands 5 and 6 going blow for blow each other. Down and out the flank they go. Young Manahi Fox. Probably pretty lucky he didn't break a comb on that sheep when he pulled it out. Give him a fair old tickle up, but he's come back well. Down and out the flank, here he goes. Philip Price right there as well. Into the pen he goes. Sheep number 3 on the board for him. Ella Evans, the boys from Wales, into the pen he goes. Sheep 3 on the board for him. The Australian girl, Nikki Glutter. Down and out the flank she goes. Beautiful job on that sheep too. Absolutely stunning shearing there by the girl on 2. Down and out the flank she goes. But it's still the boy on stand number 3, I think, at the moment. Down the first leg. No, it's the Corey Barracliff down there on stand number 6. Down and into the workload he goes. Into the long blows. Shearing along well.
Righto, we're coming in here now. We've got the Golden Shears Junior Final, sponsored by Farmers Weekly. Top qualifier, Sam Jones from Wales. Destiny Pike here. Alice Rees, Adam Gordon, James Wilson and Kyle Rhodes. They are the top 6 qualifiers for the Junior Final later on in the program. Well done, competitors. Good to see some action up here. I just watched Torpio Barracliff. He sprinted into the pen. He made it look easy, and he come out just as fast, dragging that big 70 kg and he settled into the job, and over the last side he comes. But Brother Corey is out in front. Coming across the first off leg, the undermine, down and out to the flank. He's about to go. The big shots right to the backbone. Cupping up right up over the tail. Oh, she gives a bit of a wriggle and a dance. He got 3 in up there, I think, and he'll need to do it, because the last side can be a landmine when you do that last leg. Here goes the Welshman Evans, and working away. Sheep number 4 for him.
I'll just jump in there, John, if you don't mind. Sorry, I've just got to keep this going. We've got lots and lots of entries down here. Hey, on press 1, we've got Waimio Pa Whenua. I'll get that better than that as the time goes on. On press 1, one of your local boys from Masterton. And Tyrone Oliver on press 2. Press is ready. Judges ready. On your marks, get set, go. Back to you. Thanks, John.
Righto, we're here back to the live in the shearing. 4 sheep on the board for all the shearers now. Change of gear for our men. Torpia Barraclough down the far end on the 5. He settles into it. He wants to make up a bit of time, but he's a good half a sheep or 3/4 a sheep behind his brother, the pacemaker. Next in line will be the Welshman, Lee Evans up here on the front. Turns onto the last side now. A few blows ahead of fellow Welshman, Philip Price. Into the long blow after a bit of a battle on the previous sheep, Manahi Fox. Coming over the last side. Down and out to the flank. And out the last leg here on the number 1. The Welshman, he's loving every moment of it. Look at it rolling out that last leg. But number 5 on the board for Corey Barraclough. The rest of them, you pretty much put a blanket over them. Down the off leg now for Corey. Number 6 stand. He's had a bit of a look along the field. He says, I'm out in front. I can afford to coast a little bit. But you can't coast when you look at the scoreboard up there. By golly, there's some super low scores there, Kerry. They're doing the job real fine in this semi-final too.
Shearing along very well this heat. Of course, taking nothing away from heat number 1 either, but down and out the flank we go. We have 18 shearers, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking for our top 6. We are looking for our top 6 intermediate shearers to fight it out for the Golden Shears title 2020, ladies and gentlemen. And down there on stand number 6, young Corey Barraclough, he said, I want to be that one. I want to be the winner of this intermediate final. Into the pen goes young Torpia Barraclough. Corey Barraclough. Brothers they are, ladies and gentlemen. Under the final shoulder he comes. Settle. And just a little bit of a kick, a little bit of a niggle. It can really upset these shearers, ladies and gentlemen. But he said, Corey, mate, not in this day, mate, not in this day. Yeah, down and out of flank he goes. Recovers very well on sheet number 5, ladies and gentlemen. First one home. And looking for his time points will be Corey Barraclough. And then the next one home will be Ali Devon Jones, a boy from Wales on stand 1. And then Philip Price, the boy on 3.
We've got to be a bit worried about these overseas competitors. I hope these young New Zealanders are doing their best up there, because they're scoring all right.
Oh, they're shearing well. And it's great to see these overseas contestants here at the Golden Shears.
Go, Gerald.
Right, thank you very much, John. Wyoming says, let's get this cap on. We've got a couple of youngsters here, Monica. We're looking for someone before I fire that too, sorry. Jazz Kenrick, if you can report to the Secretary's table down in the pressing arena. And once again, like to mention our sponsors, Farmlands Cooperative and Woolpacks New Zealand. Now, Monica, what do you think? I've got 2 youngsters, 18 and 17, I think they are of age.
Oh, neat. Tyrone Oliver down here on stand 2. He's only 17 from Eketahuna. Now, I do believe that this is his mum over here. Where is she? And she does very well in the women's singles pressing. Yeah, she's a real star up on this stage as well. So it's so neat that we're bringing our babies through to keep this competition and industry alive. On stand 1, Wairarapa Pai Whenua, Masterton. He's 18. He wants to be a shearer, and this is his first time in the Golden Shears. So welcome, and it's really nice to have you here, bro. He's just working his way around. He's got his box full and his cap on. He's got his badge in the press, and he's got the big arm load. This young. Yep.
The semi-finals. Brandon Clifford, Matthew Hunt, Brody Hurrell, Nick Griffith, Katie Reid, Colin Pritchard. And can we please have the senior Woolhandling semi-finalists? Can you guys get yourselves organised? Thank you. Back to the person.
Cheers, Tuma. Thank you very much. Tyrone, well, yes, you mentioned his mother. He's done the piers with his mother a couple of times too. mother and son combination. Here he is up on the bottom box. They're going to fill this up. Haven't caught up with... Yeah, good. Wairarapa says, holy smoke, hold the horses. My first time, and this is how it's done. We're going to give it heaps. What a beautiful name when you actually get the tongue round it just initially. Wairarapa, that's a brilliant name. Into the corners he goes, those feet. He's jumping in the corners, not just pushing it in. He's had a bit of well, it's not an advantage, but they watch the others are thinking how much wool's left, how hard are they tramping, all those sorts of things. So Wairarapa says, okay, that's that tidied up.
Excuse me, Gerald, can we start this one, please? Shearers to the board. Shearers to the board. Next event is the Woolhandling semi-final of the senior. Oh, we got a wee hiccup in there. There's no chuck outs. The sheep are at high demand. We're waiting. Mr. Morrison's strong. Oh no. That's a fail, Philip Morrison. That is a fail. You throw one out, you don't get any choice of what comes in. Okay, we're good to go. Timekeepers are good. Judges, competitors, go. We're off and flying in this one. Their last heat in the Trust House sponsored event. And away we go. We've got Braden Clifford here from Waikaka on the front stand. Matthew Hunt from Waikaka on number 2. Brody Horrell from Gore on number 3. Whole lot of South Islanders. Nick Griffin from Masterton on number 4. Katie Reid down on number 5 from Chiefs. And down on the far stand we have Callum Pritchard, Pongaroa. So a little bit of international flavour once again. The Scots lass down on 5. Couple of 3 South Islanders. And a couple from the north. So it's a bit of a battle. They have the advantage of shearing in the last heat. And we do know that is a slight advantage because you've watched the other shearers go before. And there's the intermediate first 10 up there at the moment. That went very quickly. Didn't get a chance to get a decent grab at it. But these people on the board, they can't see it. They're up there just displaying their wares at the moment as they come under the shoulder and down and out to the flank. Just how those presses, are they about to start to wind up over their Monica, or what are they up to? You're live, Monica, you're live. Not switched on. Go to you, Kerry.
Radio back to the shearing we are then if Monica didn't want to have a go. Trust House Shearing Intermediate semi-final number 3, ladies and gentlemen. And Matthew Hunt, he said, I want to be in that top 6. I want to be the winner of this Golden Shears Intermediate final, ladies and gentlemen. Sheep number 2 on the board for him. Braden Clifford, he said, not without me, you aren't, mate. I want to be in the final with you as well. So does Brody Horrell and the rest of the field as well. Down the first leg he goes. Of course, Brody Horrell, he was our junior winner here last year. The question is he able to come through and be the intermediate winner? Not many shearers have done it in the past. Will he be one of them? Only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, as I said, sheet number 2 on the board, a 5 in the pen this year is semi-final number 3 we are.
All right, I'll just jump in there, Kerry, that's all right. We've got this young fella here, Tyrone Oliver. He's giving us some stick, ladies and gentlemen. 17 years of age. He needs a little bit of help, I think. Here we go. Let's start building a bit of momentum. Will he take a break? He says not when I'm shining in the spotlight on the stage. No way. Bring him home. He's got about 10 clicks to go.
Well, this is so exciting. We've got the young guns down here and they're turning on a good show for us. We've got a mum down here getting us all excited. The old-fashioned mocks down here.
There we go. He's slipping away in the moccasins. He can't get enough traction. He is like a little cartoon character trying to get going. He says it's been there, done that now. Wairarapa says, I'm settling in here too. Okay, it's your turn, mate. Okay, he got a fan club in the audience. I'm sure he has. This is the last and final. Well, it's not the last heat, but the last heat before lunch. We've got another 3 or so to go when we come back at 1 o'clock. Wairarapa, here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, let's get him behind him. Let's have some noise. The box is starting to creak.
He's waiting for his head rousey to come and sweep up around the press for him. First timer here at the Golden Shears. Go, bro. He's still getting 3 clicks and it's almost all the way down.
He's a strong young fella, isn't he? He says it's time for a break. Where's he gone? He's gone for the broom. He's listening to the commentators, eh? He's listening to you. It's time for some housekeeping. Sweep it under the carpet, young fella. It'll be right. We'll spring clean in springtime. Oh, he's going to make it nice and clean. What are they up to? Sheep 3. We'll come back to you guys in a wee minute. Wairarapa says, oh, yeah. He says, I'm going to do this nice and easy and swiftly because he is sucking some air.
Yeah, he's doing great. It's so good to see these people coming along having a go. But our young fella down here on stand 2, Mr. Oliver, Tyrone, yeah, oh, he's doing a little bit of twirly-whirlies with that, what is it called?
Oh, he's got some work to do to get that through, all right. And Wairarapa said, here, I'm going to go away and brand the bale. They've got to do a branding over there too, folks. Okay, it has to be an exact brand, capital letters, has to be tidy, not branded at all. There's a whole lot of marks that has to be done. He arrives back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring him home. He's getting hungry too. The worms are starting to bite, but he's got work to do first. It's the bale before the belly. Down he goes, 2 or 3 snips. Come on, folks, let's get him behind him. He just about got both feet off the ground. There he goes. Oh, back to the shearing. Thanks, guys.
Righto, guys, we'll back to you shortly. This is the last heat of the Intermediate Trust House semi-final. Oh, what have we got? Sheep number 4 on the board all the way along. 1 left in the pen now. It's going to be Callum Pritchard steaming away down there on the 6th stand. Look at him under the shoulder and down and out to the flank. He's loving every moment of it at the moment. Good low scores once again up there on the penalty points. And outside don't look too bad at all either. And it's just a lot of pressure still to go. 1 sheep left in the pen. Is it going to behave for you? You don't know. You got to get it out and have a crack. Up over the tail now comes Katie Reid. All the way from Scotland. Stepping forward up the neck and snugs in and riding hard against the sheep. Wraps those knees and ankles and calves muscles right around the body of that sheep. Down and out to the flank there for Nick Griffins. Keeping the job nice and flat across the skin on that last side. Likewise is the Waikaka man on the front stand, Braden Clifford. Oh, a little bit of a dancer for Maddie Hunt. She says, sit down, my sweetie. All I want to do is get your nightgown off. Down the belly and off the first off leg. The undermine beckons for him and punches the big shots down towards the backbone. Right on, swooping 1, 2 good shots up over the tail. Katie Reid hits the last side down on the 5. Into the long blow, the pacemaker though, it's Callum Pritchard. 7 minutes are gone. He's making it look pretty easy over there. He's got a handy lead across the rest of the field. Swooping down on the last side. Up the neck punches Nick Griffin from Masterton. Round the back of the head he goes. Still a good style. And he's throwing him in pretty quick and hard. Got to keep breathing and keep the brain ticking over as Katie Reid comes down the last side, but she's the sheep off the pace. Out the last leg now comes Callum Pritchard. He's just too sharp for him. Matthew Hunt's come back at him on the front on the 2 stand, but it's Callum Pritchard gets his done about it just over shade in 8.5 minutes. As Katie Reid steps in for the 5th and final. Waikaka Clifford. Braden Clifford from Waikaka comes over the last side, but Matthew Hunt had a little bit of a dancer there on that last one, but he completed the job nicely. Masterton's coming home there as Nick Griffin has a quick look along the board to see who's still working. Brody Horrell holding the quality he hopes. You know that the rest of them are going to be doing their darndest to chip you off. What happened last year doesn't count for absolutely jack nothing this year. Sweeping touches. Round the last leg he goes. Trust House, one of the richest employees in town. They employ over a couple of hundred people and they keep this little town ticking over in Masterton. Katie Reid, you can't complain. You come all the way to Scotland. You made the semi-finals here. Can you go one better? Looking good for you, all right on the board at the moment. Still the outside judging to be done, of course. As Katie comes down under the shoulder, swooping blows. Next up is the Woolhandling semi-final for the senior. Out the last leg now for Katie Reid. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for all those shearers that are taking part in this morning's events.
Thanks very much, John. The calm before the storm.
Hi, back with my co-conspirator, Doug Lang, as we work through the program today, Thursday, for the Golden Shears 2020 60th birthday. So, Doug, the program's going pretty well. We've just completed the intermediate semi-finals.
Yeah, indeed, that's a good indication of how the event's going at this stage. Getting into those upper stages of the various events, as we know, we had 3 different finals yesterday in the novice grade and that student challenge. Now these guys have rushed through this morning through the heats and the semi-finals of both the junior and the intermediate grade. And I guess at this time it's pertinent to mention to everybody they need to be down at the stadium here well and truly on time. Some people have had to miss out. They've paid their entries in advance and they've missed out this morning because they haven't been here on time. Everybody needs to be there to queue up for their singlet and their registration and stay around the stadium. It's a point that the chief referee has made this morning.
Do you think it's all these the young ones? I mean, you don't kind of have that same issue in the senior and open grades. Is it just these young fellas a little bit distracted maybe?
Yeah, the usual, parental control and all that sort of thing,
Wouldn't know what you're talking about. But it has rolled on quite smoothly. We're now just about ready to start the Te Puni Kōkiri senior wool handling semi-finals, and then the rest of the day really starts to roll out into getting closer to that sharper point, isn't it, Dave?
Well, exactly. The big focus at the end of the day comes down to those open finals on Saturday night, the wool handling and then the shearing, and everybody will be interested to know the TAB yesterday opened the pools on those events.